This is the video I wish someone would have shown me before I quit my job. Quitting your job does not come without a lot of anxiety and fear of what's to come. I'm honestly still scared, and I've already quit my job, but I really felt like I needed to take a chance on my business and I needed to take a chance on myself. I want to share with you everything that went into quitting my 9-to-5 job for Amazon. Well, first, I needed to break down how much I'm spending per month. So it's roughly about $1,700 right now, which I am trying to cut down on now that I am not making the same income. The $1,700 that I'm spending per month includes rent, groceries per week, my student loan debt, my car payment, any credit card debt that I have still remaining. I also want to factor in things that come up randomly. So for example, I needed to get some things on my car fixed, which I wasn't expecting. My passport needs to be renewed, which is $110. So there's all these little things that I want to factor in. So it amounts to about $1,700 or so. It's really hard to completely cut a lot of those things. Some of those I cannot remove, like rent and my car payment. Like it just needs to happen every month. And so with all of this, I have about 6 months from now until I completely run out of money. We're talking about $0 in my bank account. Seems kind of scary, right? 6 months isn't a huge amount of time. I have this fear surrounding money and spending it and how I could save it as much as possible. But in the long run, I have those 6 months now to really commit 100% to my business. A little bit about my story and how I got to this point of just leaving everything and pursuing this full time. I graduated in 2015 and I accumulated a lot of out-of-state tuition debt. And that has built up to be over $150,000. Yikes. I have now negative money in my life. Literally have no way to get out of this debt unless I make a lot of money to help pay it off as quick as possible. So that was a huge driving force to starting my side hustle, to start a business to help pay my student loans each month. I didn't have a lot of money in my bank account at the time, and I just needed to at least have a job where I can start saving a little bit. I got a job at a startup company, worked there for about a year. Then I moved on to another startup company, worked there for about a year and a half. At this point up to 2018, about 3 years after I graduate, saved up a decent amount, but I just wasn't feeling satisfied at my job. I started to get bored. I felt like there were a lot of slow days where I'm just wasting hours, and in the meantime I'm thinking of everything I need to do at home, and I just started to feel stressed. And that kind of point in your life when you just feel like you just can't take it anymore, you know that there needs to be something that just changes that, to really like jolt you and feel like, okay, let's change this energy, let's be more excited. And at this time, there was a lot of talk about side hustles and passive income. So I started to look into it more and I thought, wow, this is really great. And a lot of people have success stories with this. And the most important success story that I know from a personal standpoint is my boyfriend. And he has his own company and makes a wonderful living, something that he is so happy about. So I went to my boyfriend and said, I can do this. I want to have passive income with a product that I feel could benefit a lot of people. After narrowing down some ideas and finding a niche, we came up with this beautiful idea that I am just so happy with. It's called Vino Cards. It's essentially a wine course in flashcard form. So it's a set of 50 cards highlighting wines from around the world. It's supposed to be an easy wine tasting experience through flashcards. So all the essential information just right at your fingertips. And this product I was so excited about. I felt like it was a product I needed. So I was really excited to create something that I felt like could benefit a lot of people as well. And it's a very cool niche experiment. I started a Kickstarter to see if there was interest in it, and luckily I raised my goal of $5,000. I surpassed it, and then I spent the rest of the year, about 7 or 8 months, creating the product, working with designers, having my product manufactured, and ultimately launched on Amazon in December of 2018. So it was a year long of brainstorming and creating and manufacturing and launching on an Amazon platform. From the time I launched on Amazon in December 2018 to the time I quit now, I was spending about 1 day a week on my day off on Vino Cards. At my job, I did not have a consistent schedule. 4 hours every week. It's not very much, and I didn't really see a huge spike in sales at all within that time frame. And although I was selling units every day, it wasn't more than 5 a day at all. And that gets tough. That's really a slightly disappointing feeling of not feeling successful, at least at that step of actually quitting my job. Everything after that started to make more sense. I started to create my plans. I started to feel like now I have a deadline of when I need to start becoming a little more self-disciplined and planning and organized around growing a business. And so it's really eliminating any regrets that I might have in the future if I didn't pursue it. And that's the biggest thing. Not feeling regret in the future. I also wanted to start this YouTube channel to document the journey. I found it so valuable to hear people's stories on, how they've been handling post quitting. So also want to share that information with you. So hopefully it becomes helpful. I've been working on Vino cards for 3 weeks now, full time. I get to be on my own schedule. I get to work out in the mornings, which I've always wanted to do, to really start my day motivated and to set the tone for the day. Get to work from coffee shops, so explore a little bit of my city and work around people that are also focused and working hard on whatever it is that they're working on. And I really love that inspiration. I'm also taking a lot of time for myself. And this is one of the biggest treats. Set aside time for you. And for me, that's been working on growing confidence in my business and in personal life, to get to read more both about business and about how I can self-improve, all sorts of different ways that I can help bring my energy up. I'm making it a priority now to take advantage of the 6 months of leeway that I have before I run out of money. But the goal here is to actually earn money by that 6-month mark. Before I run out of money, I want to have actually created a path where I am earning money from my business. And Amazon has helped so much with that. And to have a product live on there, I am learning about how I can reach out to people on social media and on the Amazon platform and share this wonderful product. One of my biggest advices for you is if you're considering to quit your job and you're a little scared and worried, write it out. Write out what it is that you're worried about. Write the pros and cons of leaving your job or staying at your job. How are you going to manage your time? Time management is huge. How are your stress levels? Where is your fear stemming from? Is this the right time for you? And for me, it took about 1.5 years to actually realize that now is the best time. Now I feel a little more comfortable with the money that I saved to actually pursue this. These are such important questions to ask. Another advice I have is to write out your financial plan and really get into it. I went through each one of my bank accounts to figure out how much I have down to the dime and just figured out how many months I have until I am at $0. Biggest tip I have, and probably the most important, is to find people in your space. Nothing more encouraging and supportive than having a group of people that are at the same level as you, that are maybe also starting off, but also finding people that have gone through this already. That's one of the most exciting things about having this extra time as well, is getting to spend time with those people that are motivating me to really grow the business as much as I can. I'll be sharing with you once a week some of the new things that I've been learning and coming across as I continue to grow my business. I am pursuing wholesale, so there's a lot that I need to learn. The holidays are coming up, which is a great time to sell on Amazon. Lots of people will be searching through that platform anyway, so why not get your product on there? I'm also working on launching a new product next year, so I'm going to show you a little bit about that journey. Please comment below, please subscribe so that you can get updates on my weekly videos, and I'll see you guys next week.